Welcome to our 2020 annual meeting of the Downtown Austin Alliance. I'm DeWitt Peart, President and CEO of the Downtown Austin Alliance. Thank you all for joining us today. I hope that wherever you are joining us from, you are safe and healthy. I'd like to recognize the elected officials that are joining us today. Thank you for joining us, Mayor Steve Adler, and also for your service on our Board of Directors. And welcome to Council Members Kathy Tovo and Leslie Poole. It seems appropriate in our new, very digital world that we start the meeting with a video today. I am proud of the impactful work that we have done over the past year. Let's look at our year in review. Now, I'll turn it over to our current board chair, Mike Kennedy.
Thank you, Dee, and good afternoon, everyone. I hope that you all, along with your family and friends, are all safe and healthy at this time and remain so throughout the duration. I'm sheltering in place here in Galveston with my wife, son, daughter-in-law, 4- and 3-year-old granddaughters. So we have a multi-generational household. I've learned a lot. I've learned how toddlers take good care of their babies and the importance of sugar in laced foods. I've forgotten how to shave, and my hair is quickly moving towards my 70s hairstyle. I did dress up today in Zoom call protocol, which means I won't be standing at all during the meeting. So with that being said, I'd like to call the meeting to order. Notice of the Downtown Austin annual membership meeting notices were sent out on April 15th. And this year, more than ever, I'm extraordinarily proud to be a part of the Downtown Austin Alliance team. With all eyes currently on COVID, our reopening and recovery, it's easy to overlook the many major initiatives this team took this year to shape downtown's future. The Downtown Austin Alliance took part in the changes in the public ordinances, continued our engagement through the land development process, and launched a foundation, all while increasing safety and cleaning in the downtown area. And the Downtown Austin Alliance took on a project that's a once-in-a-generation opportunity to explore the true future potential of the I-35 corridor through downtown. I was proud to chair the I-35 Cap and Stitch Task Force, culminating in an Urban Land Institute panel of experts coming to Austin to advise on the future of I-35. Let's take a look at that week.
Austinites have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to transform I-35 through the heart of the city. The Texas Department of Transportation has released preliminary plans to reconstruct I-35 through central Austin, removing the upper decks and lowering the highway between Airport Boulevard and Cesar Chavez Street.
We have the opportunity to create a very true community vision that in essence redesigns the urban fabric around that lowered highway.
The Downtown Austin Alliance is initiating an effort in collaboration with a diverse group of Austin leaders to create a community-driven vision for the future of I-35 in Central Austin. As a first step in this process, the Downtown Alliance has engaged the Urban Land Institute.
There are 9 of us who don't come from the same disciplines, who don't necessarily come from the same way of thinking, but together we can address the range of issues from equity to affordability to image of the city, where the citizens can make better decisions for the city itself.
So today we're going through and doing a tour of the I-35 corridor, the 3-mile project, really understanding the dynamics in the downtown area, East Austin, and then all the way down to the lake.
I think doing away with that concrete barrier that has symbolized segregation, that has symbolized classism, racism, and inequities here in Austin, that will once and for all do something with the concrete barrier of I-35.
People are actually reaching out to see if there's a way that we can preserve, build a bridge, and that maybe we can actually move forward and be able to unite in ways that we didn't know we could unite before.
Prior to the ULI panel, the Downtown Austin Alliance staff worked hard to prepare for the experts' visit. 6 months before the panel, the Downtown Austin Alliance secured a team of consultants, formed a developed agenda for working group meetings, engaged in community outreach, and prepared a 92-page briefing book to serve as a reference guide and high-level overview of the relevant economic, social, and transportation opportunities and challenges facing the future of I-35. The effort was a great success. Not only did the ULI panelists offer valuable feedback and guidance, but the process went a long way towards engaging new audiences, initiating dialogue among community members, and laying a foundation for how Austinites begin to envision a new I-35.
We now have the final report from the Urban Land Institute, and our board adopted the report last week. We continue to work behind the scenes with TxDOT, the City of Austin, and Austin citizens to keep our vision for I-35 moving forward. Getting back to the business at hand, another thing our team took on this past year was the transition to electronic voting for our board of directors. They did not know just how important e-voting would be at this time. I want to thank all of you who voted electronically or by email to elect individuals to fill the expired terms on the board of directors of the corporation. Membership in the 3 entitlement categories is based on ownership of real property in downtown Austin. Each parcel is defined by the Travis County Central Appraisal District constitutes 1 vote. Members may have the right to vote in more than 1 ballot, and they may belong to more than 1 class. In addition, each associate member in good standing is entitled to 1 vote. Those desiring to vote in the election should have either voted electronically prior to the meeting using our Vote HOA system, or submitted a vote or proxy prior to the meeting via email or U.S. mail. Tara Allen Esteves, attorney with Armbrust & Brown, served as the inspector of the election. Tara has confirmed that a quorum has been reached and has validated the election. The following people were nominated by our nominating committee to fill expired board positions. I am pleased to announce your newly elected and re-elected directors. Large property member directors: Drew Bridges of JMI Realty, Brad Maples of Trammell Crow, Megan Fry of Endeavor Real Estate, and Jennifer Webrand of Gables Residential. Our medium property member directors are Ryan Garrett of Stubbs Austin, Leon Shadowin of Brandywine Trust, Marcy Phillips of Ryan Companies, and Timothy Sullivan of White Lodging. Our small property member directors, Caitlin Ryan of Stream Realty Partners, and Bill Fielding, individual owner. Associate member directors are Larry Graham, Jeff Howard of McLean and Howard, Stephen Roberts of Clark Hill Strasburger, Aaron Vollmer of Runo Workshop, and Richard Paddock of HPI Texas. I'd like to announce to the board the 2019-2020 public member directors. Austin Mayor Steve Adler, Cap Metro CEO Randy Clark, Travis County Commissioner Gerald Dougherty. From Austin Community College, Dr. Molly Beth Malcolm. From Central Health, Stephanie McDonald. From the University of Texas System, Amy Shaw Thomas. Due to the unique nature of this meeting, your 2021 Downtown Austin Alliance officers will be voted on in a specially called Board of Directors meeting tomorrow. The slate of nominees is Chair Jennifer Webrand, Vice Chair Whitney Knight, Treasurer Megan Fry, Secretary Jeff Howard. I'd like to introduce our President and CEO, Dee Peart, now to give you a presentation of our year in review.
Thank you, Mike. We entered this decade in a position of incredible strength, with growth in nearly every sector of our urban core. 2019 was another record-setting year, ending a decade of unprecedented growth in downtown Austin. By the end of 2019, downtown development eclipsed more than 11 million square feet of office space, 11,000 hotel rooms, attracted close to 100,000 employees, and over 15,000 residents. Going into 2020, downtown's development pipeline was at a record high, with 20 projects under construction and another 19 projects in the pipeline. Downtown's office market has remained strong. The average multi-tenant asking rent in the core has consistently been 35 to 45% above the city average at $52.40 per square foot, compared with the citywide average of $37.61 per square foot. Austin has one of the strongest hotel markets in Texas and in the United States, led by downtown hotel properties. There are over 11,000 hotel rooms downtown, representing 26% of the Austin area's total supply, and another 2,500 hotel rooms are currently under construction or planned for development. Downtown hotels generated an estimated $179 in revenue per available room in 2019, compared to a $104 citywide average. The downtown's hotel room sales taxes contribute over $96 million in tax revenue for the tax year. Needless to say, up until just recently, Austin, and downtown Austin specifically, has been booming. At the beginning of the year, the challenges we faced were those born of growth: affordability, mobility, lack of diversity downtown, and homelessness issues. We were focused on how best to shape our community's growth, to mitigate challenges, and to harness the most out of a booming economy. Then, on March 6th, when Austin Mayor Adler announced the cancellation of South by Southwest, everything began to change. Festival cancellations were soon followed by stay-at-home orders issued by state and local governments. Employers and their employees quickly vacated downtown, leaving the streets and sidewalks barren. Bars, restaurants, and retailers not only closed their doors, but many hotels closed as occupancy levels dropped to sub 5%, leaving little opportunity to maintain staff and operations. The momentum that had built for years suddenly came to a screeching halt, and the Downtown Austin Alliance quickly pivoted to respond. The downtown ambassadors, whose work has always been valued and appreciated in the downtown community, suddenly became all the more important and critical. The team modified operations to significantly enhance cleaning and sanitation efforts. It also increased patrols to keep a watchful eye on vacated properties and to manage growing frustration and aggression among the downtown's homeless neighbors. The Alliance's communication team also jumped into action, reworking its online presence and newsletter content to provide downtown audiences with critical information they needed to include state, local, and federal orders, details specific to essential businesses downtown, guidance regarding where and how to apply for financial assistance, and many, many other helpful resources. At the same time, the Alliance's research staff launched a survey for small businesses to begin assessing impact and needs in downtown storefronts. Survey results showed that 65% of downtown businesses had suspended operations entirely, and the businesses that remained open were operating at a marginal level. 84% of the businesses reported revenue losses greater than 75%, and 80% of the businesses reported the inability to survive in the suspended, sheltered status beyond 3 months. Our upcoming research projects will be conducted and serve as vital information to aid our recovery and advocacy efforts moving forward. Meanwhile, the Downtown Alliance leadership is maintaining a presence, collaborating and contributing with city and state government and business leaders. We are working to uncover information and policy gaps where we may offer advocacy and support as we respond to the current crisis, and we are developing a plan for recovery, aiming to regain value and vibrancy downtown in a manner that makes Austin's urban core and economic engine even more resilient in the future. And while the place from where we are now starting has changed, our work in large part remains the same. We continue to move towards the goals set forth in our 5-year strategic plan. We continue to work with property owners and local businesses to regain economic prosperity. Never before have parks and public spaces been more used and valued, and we will continue our work to improve those places and experiences. This includes our work operating, managing, and programming Republic Square, where we will welcome Salt and Thyme Cafe as our vendor later this month. We will continue our work to seize the once-in-a-generation opportunities to rewrite the Land Development Code and make I-35 work for our entire community. We will continue to advocate for the most vulnerable residents of downtown and for solutions that are safe and healthy for everyone. And we will work to protect our neighborhoods, keeping them clean and safe while preserving the culture and character that the downtown restaurants, entertainment venues, and retailers lend. Now, I'll give a brief financial update. Our PID values and assessments have grown consistently year over year, as is evident in the snapshot from 2018. However, due to the current pandemic, our 2021-2022 assessments are a big unknown right now, so I have developed 2 budgets. The first is a base budget developed to support the organization's strategic objectives and align with our 2020-2021 milestones. The second is a budget to take into consideration potential COVID-19 impact. I will be reassessing the financials and reforecasting the budget in August, and based upon the levels of COVID-19 impact, I will make budget adjustments as needed. I will also be working to make 3 major pivots in the coming year. The team has already begun work to develop a COVID-19 recovery plan. Additionally, we recognized that the current economic climate, in combination with a number of large-scale, region-wide projects, will require increased communication and advocacy at state and federal levels. And finally, we will direct time and resources this next year towards our PID reauthorization effort, which may include expansion in select areas of downtown. To give you a look at the organization's assets, we have $5.6 million in total assets, with just shy of $2 million in unrestricted net assets. Our contingent liabilities are $490,000, and we have available reserve of $1.46 million. Finally, to share with you the breakdown of expenses, 44% of the organization's operating budget goes directly towards maintaining a clean, safe, and hospitable downtown. We maintain 49 full-time contract employees within our Downtown Ambassadors program. Only 14% of the operating budget covers administrative costs, and 37% of the budget supports a team of 23 full-time professional staff members who contribute to our economic development, planning and mobility, research, and communication efforts. Now, I'll turn it back to Mike.
Thank you, Dee. At this time, I'd like to recognize outgoing board members for their service to the Downtown Austin Alliance. Adam Nims of Trammell Crow, who chaired a previous strategic planning committee and whose buildings are changing the skyline of Austin. Mac Pike, whose Sutton Company pioneered residential conversions when so many were skeptical that there would be much demand for downtown living. Sandy Guzman, who served as former Senator Kirk Watson's legislative director and was our go-to expert on all things Innovation District, I-35, and that large building at the end of the street. Larry Wallace, who represented Central Health and contributed greatly to our thinking on the Innovation District. Tom Stacy, who chaired this organization not once but twice, and who brought back some of our most distinct buildings in Austin CBD on or near Main and Main. Delane Ward with the Austin Bar Association, who helped us connect to many of our downtown legal tenants, and Fernando Uteria of Limestone Investments. Thanks to everyone for your service and dedication to the Downtown Austin Alliance. I am so pleased that I've had the chance to serve a second year as board chair, and I'd like to say how grateful I am to the leadership and staff of the Alliance for making my chairmanship as impactful on me as it possibly could be. I want to thank Michelle Van Hefty for her work, detailed work on the Land Development Code and her detailed work on creating and ensuring that the Alliance's offices are as welcoming and functional and cost-effective as possible. I want to thank Bill Bryce for his unwavering commitment to the homeless and the needs and balancing to allow our organization to be helpful and a leader in addressing those issues. I want to thank Julie Fitch for being always on top of the politics and the statutes and the connections to the organizations that make and keep the Downtown Austin Alliance at the forefront of decision making for downtown. I want to thank Dee Peart for his exemplary leadership. There is seldom an issue that Dee has not only developed a plan for, but has a strategy and thought months, if not years in advance. And he has taken the Downtown Austin Alliance to a new level, and I don't know where anyone as a chair would be without him. And last but not least, Melissa Berry, with whom I served on the steering committee, the strategic planning committee, the I-35 committee, and who probably doesn't even remember. She asked me several years ago if I was intending to get more involved and encouraged me to do so. So thank you, Melissa. It's been a great 2 years, and thank you to all of you and all of you board members for giving me the opportunity to serve. And to Jen Webrand, I wish you all the very best. You are unquestionably the right person at the right time for the Downtown Austin Alliance going forward as chair, and I wish you all the best success. Signing off from Galveston. See you soon.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Webrand. Thank you for nominating me as your incoming board chair. It is truly an honor to serve the Downtown Austin Alliance in this capacity. It is fair to say that we all had extremely high expectations going into 2020, entering this new decade in a position of incredible economic strength. When I accepted the nomination for chair, admittedly, I had no idea that this year could hold so much uncertainty. But I remain cautiously optimistic. After serving on the Downtown Alliance Board of Directors for the past 6 years and working with the incredibly talented staff alongside the dedicated and knowledgeable board members, I feel certain we will not only navigate the challenges that lie ahead, but that our downtown will emerge stronger and more resilient than ever. The entire Downtown Alliance team is working to create a plan that moves us strategically in the direction of recovery. The heartbeat of downtown has always pulled me in. Over the past 13 years with Gables Residential, I have helped sustainably build the place that thousands of people in and around downtown call home. My passion for transformative projects that celebrate our people and our city led me to serve on the board of the Downtown Austin Alliance Foundation. The foundation was launched in 2019 to support the community-led Downtown Austin vision. Inspired by this concept, I also helped support the first Writing on the Walls, the foundation's inaugural event. It is amazing how quickly things can change and places can be transformed. In early March, with a modest investment and a relatively small team of talented artists and volunteers, the Downtown Alliance Foundation was able to invigorate 2 public spaces downtown with just 400 gallons of paint. Writing on the Walls enabled the creation of the largest mural in Austin, located on Congress Avenue, downtown's most iconic street. This mural celebrates the constitutional expansion of voting rights in the 19th Amendment. A second mural, curated on the Lamar Bridge, celebrates our diversity and humanity. These 2 new visual landmarks honor and reflect our passionate city. In my time as board chair, I'm committed to taking methodical and prudent steps to invite people to come back and join us in the downtown you will always love. Thank you all for joining the Downtown Austin Alliance annual meeting. In closing, it is worth the reminder that it only takes a small group of dedicated people to influence change. In Austin, our youth, our drive, our diversity and creativity, our boundless capacity for risk and rejuvenation means that the future should be ours. Enjoy this video of the creation of Writing on the Walls murals.